Welcome to a new video. Just going to show the first version of the PlayStation Blu-Ray remote control. Well, it's called the Media/Blu-ray disc remote control. Here's a battery compartment. These are Sony branded batteries, as you can see there. These actually come with the remote itself. I'll actually show you guys how to. What are these types of batteries? I forget. AAA? Yes, AAA batteries. They come with the remote, and they are right here in this little slot here behind their actual remote while it's in its packaging, original packaging that is. And I'm glad that these come with these types of batteries, because most people don't buy these batteries for, very often, that I know of anyways. At least I don't. I'm not going to show the screen in order to set up your remote on this, because the camera's probably not going to pick up the TV very well. It's not going to focus very well. But in order to prepare your BD remote, it says here in the instructions. Here's how you prepare it to actually use this with the actual system. I think it communicates with this remote communicates with the system rather than your TV. You can also set it up to work with your amp and TV. I think this will work with pretty much any TV. And also show you guys how to set it up with a TV that's not on the list, and that's also included in these instructions. So you're going to turn on your PS3 system. It doesn't matter if it's a fat, slim, or the more recent top-loading PlayStation 3 Slim. From the PlayStation 3 System's XMB menu, select Settings. In other words, the settings with the little toolbox icon next to it. You'll go to Accessory Settings, which has a little icon that looks a lot like a remote. Then you'll I think you'll hit like what is it? The home button. I think that's what this is called. I forget. And I think it's start. If I'm wrong on this, I will. You just need to follow the on-screen instructions. It'll tell you exactly what buttons to push, but I'm pretty sure it's like start and this button, or the home button and enter. I don't remember entirely because it doesn't mention that here in the actual instructions. But it is a really nice remote. It's nice and sturdy. It's got enough weight to it. It doesn't feel really cheap. The second version of this remote, however, people said that it was felt cheaply made. You can just do everything on here. You can select what track you want on your CD or DVD or Blu-ray. This is great for someone that uses their PlayStation 3 for online video like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Instant Video, that's what I use this for. I currently don't own a Sony TV, so this doesn't. It's not going to work right out of the box with my TV, which is fine. And I don't think even if you had a Sony TV, this remote wouldn't work with it right out of the box anyways. It's very possible that it wouldn't. But you have options here for audio, subtitle, angle. You can even play games with this. It has your regular controller buttons, enter, left, right, up, down, circle, X, square, and triangle. You got L1, R2, L3, R3, R2, and R1 buttons. Pretty much everything you had on the original PlayStation 3 controller. Of course, this is a multifunction remote. Some people have actually just bought this solely to use it with their sound and video receivers, which is great. You got a 3D button here, which I don't have 3D capability with my actual TV. You have pause, rewind, play, pretty much all your standard remote buttons here. Mute, slow, I still haven't figured out what the yellow, blue, red, and green buttons are for. I would like to figure that out. So, it's a nice remote. It's worth the money that you're going to spend on it. I would not spend anything over $30 for this remote. That's just ridiculous. But yes, well made, official Sony brand. It's not a bootleg. I made sure of that. If I remember correctly, I bought it directly through Amazon, maybe, just to be sure this was the real deal. I think that's who I bought it from. But yeah, you can't go wrong with this. Enough talking about this. Let's talk about how to set the thing up with your TV that is not on the list of manufacturers. You press the clear button while holding the power button. So hit, well, you'll find it on your remote. Press channel button, okay. And after you do the first step, the TV button will flash. Press the channel plus button and the power TV button on the BD remote to control one after the other. Repeat this until you can operate the TV. Pressing the channel plus button will increase the number, and the channel minus button will decrease the number. Step 3. Press the enter button after the TV remote code is set. The TV button will light up. Check that you can operate the TV using the remote control. If the number was not set, this is basically step 4. During the step 3, if the device's button flashes 5 times in quick successions, or if you cannot operate the TV or the AV amplifier after entering the code, try again, starting from step 1 using a different code. So, I mean, if for some reason your remote did not come with instructions, maybe it came that way from the factory, or you bought this used, feel free to ask any questions and I'll be able to answer them, as long as it pertains to something that's actually in this manual. I'm not going to answer any questions that can be looked up on Google. Remember guys, Google is your friend. My overall grading of this remote would have to be, I'd just give it a solid, 10 really. Great build quality. Every button is functional. You don't have to sit there and press buttons over and over again just to get them to work like you would with those crappy no-name brand or cheap universal remotes. We'll be using this mostly for playing back DVDs and Blu-rays, Blu-rays, and Amazon Prime on the PlayStation 3 Slim, which is the one I own. This will work with any PlayStation 3 model. So you're not going to have any problems there. If you want to go ahead and buy that second version of this remote, which is made slightly cheaper, I think this looks great too. I think the second version of this remote was changed, the aesthetic look to it. But this is a great buy, definitely worth it if you're using your PlayStation 3 as an actual media device rather than just gaming. And there's a way just to turn off the actual controller while you're using this remote. That way you don't wear down your batteries. I don't know what they say about they don't mention anything about putting rechargeable batteries in this remote, rechargeable AAAs. Usually when you do that, the remotes or controllers or whatnot just don't respond or don't work at all. So I just put the Sony branded AAA batteries in here, and once they die, go ahead and replace them with a reputable brand. So that's my review, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will get back to questions and comments as soon as possible. And thank you for watching this video.